Hello there, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be the first video on this channel that is dedicated to Genshin Impact. I decided to make this channel because I got back into the game recently, and I realized my account is kind of really bad. So I've had this account since 2021, and let's just say it's really rough around the edges. I'm very inconsistent with my playing. I go months at a time, sometimes even years, without playing the game, and I just got back into it recently, like a week ago, and I've definitely developed a little hyperfixation on it again, so I decided to get super into it and decide to fix my account. And I thought that it would be really fun if I did that while recording and making content. So basically, this YouTube channel is just going to be me fixing my Genshin Impact account and artifact farming, talent farming, weapon farming, farming in general, saving up for future banners. I am not free to play, but I do not spend a lot of money in the games. So most of what I obtain via primogems, artifact stuff, the works, the majority of that comes from me, myself, grinding my ass off to obtain these items. So if you're looking for a mostly free-to-play friendly, chill kind of vibes Genshin Impact YouTuber to watch, you've come to the right place. Now, I know I said I'd focus on fixing my account for this channel, but I decided the first video would be fun if I did my Serenitea pot. So here I'm just showing around what I have already, and then I'm going to create the outside. So spoiler alert, I don't actually finish, really, the outside of the Serenitea pot. Let me explain. So I had a bigger idea for this little build I'm doing, but you see there is a maximum capacity, and I may have added too many little things to where I couldn't add as many big things as I would have liked to. But fret not, there are still a lot of cool things within this video coming up. Anyway, I suppose you guys might want to know a little about me, when I started playing Genshin, how I got to playing Genshin, stuff like that. So, my name is Rez. I started playing Genshin Impact in 2021. I've been hearing about it for some time before this, but I never played it until after 2.1. I downloaded it on my tablet because at the time that's all I had to play it on, and I absolutely fell in love with the world of Teyvat. It became one of my biggest hyperfixations for quite a while. I was playing every day, multiple hours a day, just farming stuff consistently, doing quests, blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. But you know how it is, burnout happens, and then I dropped the game in, I don't know, early mid 2022. And I didn't come back to it for a while. I'd say maybe a year about. And then I came back, and every time I leave and come back, I just fall in love with the game all over again, and I have a hyperfixation. But this time I intend on staying. This isn't my only YouTube channel, by the way. I have another YouTube channel called Galactic Rez where I make art content. So I make animations, I post sketchbook tours, I post videos where I paint things, the works, and you know, it's not anything big, but if that's something you're into, you could go check that out as well. I don't post very consistently there, but I do plan to post more often, especially when I have more time and energy to create artistic stuff. But for now, I think I will be focusing on this account. Anyway, for the teapot, I didn't have a very clear idea of what I wanted to do. I just had a general, I want this to be pretty, I want this to be peaceful, I want to come here when I'm pulling on banners so I can have some source of good luck in, you know, my superstitious mind. So I guess you could say I'm just going with the flow. Here I am placing these little ascension tents and putting some rock formations around and stuff like that. I just wanted this to look cool and interesting and fun. One of my favorite things about working on the teapot is making scenery. Like, not just towns and villages and such like that, but actual scenery, like nature or things incorporated into nature. And so I had a lot of fun working on this because I mainly did like nature stuff with human elements incorporated into it. I actually felt a lot like I was playing The Sims while I was doing this. There's just like a lot of placing and moving and rotating that you see in The Sims, except here you can actually place things pretty much wherever you want without a red box being like, you can't place this here because it interacts with this object. You can have multiple things interacting and intersecting with each other and it's fine. And that's what I love about the teapot too. I don't actually fully know what to fill these 24 minutes with talking, so I hope you guys don't mind some quietness in between and some peaceful music while you just watch me create my teapot. One thing I wish you could do is actually use the gramophone in the game or like interact with other objects like you can outside of the teapot. It's a little sad that I can't just play music on the gramophone. This little ascension area I made is my favorite part of the teapot. I think all the things I put work really well together and go well with each other. They complement each other. And now I'm going to begin on the little pond area, which is another area I really like in my teapot. As you can see from the beginning and right now, I already started on this area but came back to it later. I also really like these little flower light things. They're super pretty and just absolutely gorgeous. I don't even know what to say. They're just super pretty. And here, I was having a lot of fun placing these little plants around it. It was just weirdly satisfying. And then I thought placing these little planter boxes in front of the little pond area was super fun. I love these little cat hedge cutouts. They're so cute. I love cats. They're adorable. My favorite animal. Now here is where we start placing some of the big buildings. This is where you can see the little load indicators started to become a little worrisome. And this is also when I realized, oh, I gotta place some big things before I run out of space with all the small things. So I started toying around with some little structure ideas. I thought this would be good enough at first, and then I zoomed out and looked at it and I was like, oh, this is actually really fucking ugly. So I decided to just take that away, leave that little structure there, add that thing there, that little game thing, and yeah. And then I started adding some other outdoor stuff, like this little hedge thing, and then I add a well and some other stuff that I don't remember until I'm gonna see it just now. But yeah, I think this area actually turned out super well, and you'll see how it looks in the end. Eventually, I would like to come back to this and rework on some things, like take away some of the smaller items so I can add some of the bigger items and rework this little area a little bit more. I like the thing I made previously to the right, but I'm not the biggest fan of how this part turned out. I think it looks a little tacky. Also, if you notice the video randomly cutting at times, it's just me going through and editing out any long pauses where I'm not doing anything, stuff like that. Now here's where the real fun part starts. Here I am, making a little new foundation for a big area that has... I'm not gonna spoil it, you'll see. Floating islands. I never thought to do this before, and I don't know why. I really like how it looks, and it was super fun to make this. I decided to add in this little gazebo because I thought it was really pretty and I didn't know where else to place it, so I decided to place it in the middle of this big platform and then add trees surrounding it. And I think it actually turned out really well. This is about when I realized that I actually really like this little area, and I think it turned out really well. I'm just so happy with how this part turned out. As you can see, this is where I've unfortunately reached the maximum load capacity, so I can't place anymore. But, like I said, I do plan to come back to this and rework some things, so this is by far from the finished product, but I'm very happy with how it turned out, and now here's a time for a little tour. To start out, we have the floating island, where there's just honestly random stuff. I just wanted it to look interesting enough with the little space I had left. And here I did not mean to do her burst, but I did on accident. Moving forward to this little area, I actually made this part a while ago, and I think I was trying to do something here and then I just never finished, but I left this untouched. Moving forward to the houses, I'm just walking across the roofs. Here's how it looks close up, and I'm gonna do this little thing right here. I thought my records would still be available to see, so it's a bit disappointing that I can't see them. So, I just now realized that I forgot to do a tour of the Ascension area, so the next time I work on my teapot, I will show you that as well. However, this is the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed, and I do hope you come back for more in the future. When it comes to quests, I will probably live stream those, but time will tell, and we will cross that bridge when we get there. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye!